Thanks for joining us to run through the top 5 reasons to use ALM hand in hand with other tools like Jira. The goal of this video is to share with you some of the primary benefits that have been sought and realized by teams with ALM and other tools in their ecosystem. It's also to provide you with a quick introduction to what Micro Focus Connect Core can do for your teams. So let's get started with our list, and we'll begin with number 5, which is being able to extend to other domains in your toolchain. It's not uncommon to have different tools in use by different teams. This seems especially true where they've been brought together by mergers and acquisitions or the addition of new products. You might have tools like Jira, Rally, Azure DevOps, maybe ServiceNow in the mix, just to name a few. The time, cost, and risk of actually moving your QA teams for every new project becomes a huge burden. Connect lets you easily sync QC ALM with these and many other tools. Ultimately, your QA teams don't need to miss a step, even when the overall toolchain landscape might change for each project. From a single view in Connect, I can set up data sources for all these tools and quickly be connected and syncing without the need to install countless pieces of integration software or to deal with the learning curve and implementation costs that comes with it. This gives you a broad range of options for working with all tools. The next on our list is to be able to normalize data across projects and instances. In so many cases, we see organizations that have multiple development teams or backlogs that align to a single project in ALM so that they can test the system overall. In our scenario, we have Jira and ALM working together. There's a Jira development team focused on the mobile portion of our banking system. There's another Jira team that's focused on the web interface of the same banking system and other components and other teams accordingly. With Connect, you can map multiple Jira projects to a single ALM project, and in this case, it's the AOB project, Advantage Online Banking. For our use case, we need Jira to share stories with ALM so that related tests can be built and executed. Those stories will be seen in the requirement view of ALM. Likewise, when QA uncovers defects, they can be created in ALM and visible in Jira for the dev team to address. Since I'm working with 2 different Jira teams and 2 different Jira projects, I can use Connect Core features such as sync criteria and type rules that allow me to route the defects to the right Jira team. In this case, I'm using a field on my ALM defects that specifies which Jira team a defect is related to. So you can see in this case, here are both of my projects, my teams, the mobile project in this case. If the setting in my defect is assigned to that team, it goes to the AOB mobile project in Jira. Likewise, if the defect is set to our Jira web team, it's going to go to the AOB web team in Jira. As you can see, no matter if your teams work in a one-to-one or one-to-many or many-to-one setup, ALM and Connect can really help you with the data flow. Number 3 on our list is the ability to leverage existing investments and assets. You've already invested time and knowledge in an industry leader for quality with ALM, and you don't want to be forced into compromising one part of the development process for another. Connect allows you to decide what's best for your teams in each domain and continue to leverage all of your current resources. In our experience, this is the vision and end goal of what a lot of organizations are really striving for today. They want best-of-breed tools, they want to mitigate risk, they want to cut costs everywhere possible, and really try to focus on optimizing their process. In this scenario, you continue to benefit from your investment in ALM and its rich set of capabilities while working seamlessly with a development team that might be managing their backlog and sprints in another tool like Jira. Even a brand new Jira project doesn't mean starting from scratch in ALM if you have resources that can be reused, of course. In this case, that wealth of assets in ALM can be tied to a new Jira project in just a few clicks. Reusing my existing connection between ALM and Jira, I can add another Jira and maybe another ALM project to the same connection. As you can see, I have all of my Jira and ALM projects available in view here, and I can select which ones I'd like to have added to the mapping. Those might be a one-to-one, they might be a one-to-many. So I'll pick out a few additional projects here. Maybe we'll add one more into our project pair map. Go for our eSig project and one more here. So this really just means you can continue to benefit from your investments and resources no matter if part of your process changes. Number 2 on our list, increased collaboration. To get things done more quickly and with a better outcome, we all need to do a better job of working together. And if the tools can help us, that's great. With Connect Core, you can specify which types of data you'd like to sync between your systems. In this case, I can see the types available to sync on both sides, Jira and ALM, and map those accordingly. Maybe QA needs to be able to submit defects to the development team, and Dev needs to be able to submit items to be tested to QA. Maybe the production service desk needs to be able to send bugs reported to the QA team directly. I can specify which fields and even correlate values that might be different between the two systems. The teams need to be able to share details of these requests and interact through the tools they work from each day. As a Jira user, I need to be able to create a story in my own view. So let's do that now. Come into Jira and let's create a new issue, make it a story. Give it some details. I'll give it a name, something easy for us to track. And we'll make this for the web side of the application. We'll open it up and let me add a few more details here. Give it a brief description. And we'll set the priority to high. And I'm going to add a relationship. We'll link it to, let's see, this defect. So part of what I can sync is not just the items and fields, but actual relationships to other items. And we'll go ahead and give it an estimation 4 points. All right. And in the spirit of collaboration, I'm also going to come back in and add some comments. And these also will be available to the ALM user. So these details, this item will pop up shortly in the ALM requirement view. Now, switching hats, as someone working in ALM, I need to be able to create defects, as we mentioned. So I'm going to come in and create a new defect. Let me put in some details. Again, something easy for us to track for this video. We can see what we made. Should be good enough. I'm going to specify that team. Which of the component teams do I want to send this to? So this is related to the web UI. We find severity. We will give it a high severity. A quick description. Same thing, add it. All right, already this has enabled us to work better together from our own tools. The last thing on our list is visibility. In today's world of speed, knowing what's happening where at a moment's notice is just essential in making decisions quickly. Software has become a huge part of a company's competitive strength, or in some cases weakness, even when they aren't actual software companies. As we speak, there are countless spreadsheets being updated and data being viewed that's out of date by the time it's seen. So keeping systems in sync, and just as importantly in context, is really the key to removing these pitfalls. QA, dev, operations, and other groups really need to continuously work together with a smooth, ongoing flow. They need to share and see information in their own context where they have all the richest tooling capabilities for their role. Connect enables this flow of information between the teams, allowing anyone to see where things stand, no matter whose plate it's on currently. That allows your teams to maintain the right tools for the job. And as someone in development, for example, I need to know what the status of a story the QA team is testing. From my view here, I can see I have web story 1 that was being worked on by the QA team. So when I dig into the details here, I can see updates from ALM automatically right in my own view. I can see that the tests that the team had related to it are passing. Here's a link I can use to jump directly to it and the details. And I can see comments that were posted from ALM as well. Back in my overall Jira perspective, I can see other items, statuses, and updates. I'll come down and take a look at a defect that was submitted to Jira from ALM based on some testing. I can see that it's related to another story. And so at this point, maybe I decide I need to pick this one up and I'm going to start it. So I'll open it up and say it's in progress. This is actually going to trigger a change in the status on the defect in ALM to open. So they'll be able to tell that I'm working on it. And same thing, in the spirit of collaboration here, I'm going to put in a few comments. They'll get these in ALM as well. Add it. So no, that one is underway. And we should see back here in the backlog the defect that we made just a few minutes ago from ALM. So here it is, my new demo defect created in ALM. So at this point, I would open up this bug, I would look at the details and start working to prioritize it, estimate it, and plan it for resolution. Now switching back as the person working in ALM, I need insight into the stories and other backlog items being managed in Jira. Here I can see mobile story 1 that's been shared. When I open it up, I see it's from the mobile team. I see the Jira ID and all the details about the story. I can see other details that they've shared, and I can even see additional linked items. So again, not only can we sync fields and types, we can also sync information about what it's related to, in this case, a defect. I can also see the story that was just created in Jira during this video, my new demo story in Jira. So at this point, I would go in and create and relate tests for that one. Switching to the defect view, let me come up and I'm going to refresh my browser. I'll see that the bug is now in progress in Jira. It's changed to an open state in ALM. So once it's moved to a fixed state, I'll be ready to retest. I can also see down below the comments that were made in Jira have come across. So achieving a smooth flow of information across teams, projects, and tools really gives you the right visibility in the right place. That rounds out the top 5 benefits of leveraging ALM and Connect to work with other tools in your ecosystem. Although there are many other benefits, we hope this top 5 countdown gave you some food for thought. As always, we appreciate you watching. For more information, please visit us here at marketplace.microfocus.com.